Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.
I'm appalled at what you said on that pod thing. It's disgusting.
This is the After the Show podcast. It's where we get honest and real with yo ass. So sit back, relax, have a blast, because it's time for the After the Show podcast.
Yeah, here we go. Hello and happy Monday. Welcome to the KVJ After the Show podcast. Very nice to see you all here. Heard a discussion with Virginia and her daughter, Magnolia.
Who is, by the way, not in school today.
Yeah.
Because she wasn't feeling so good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and she was like, you just are going too hard on the weekend.
That's what Virginia said to
Yes.
Magnolia said that to Virginia.
I was like, wait, did I just hear you tell somebody that they're going too hard on the weekend?
Because it makes sense for Mags to say that to Virginia.
Yeah, right. No, it's the other way around.
No, I was telling her she went too hard this weekend. She partied late on Saturday night.
Okay.
And then she got up Sunday and just kept going. She had her SAT prep classes that she went to. And then she went to brunch with these chicks. Then she went on the boat with these other kids. And she came home at like 6 p.m., 7 p.m., and she was exhausted, achy, her head hurt.
Did she? Now,
And she didn't go to school today because she went too hard.
when she parties, she's not drinking, is she? Or is she? Or you don't know?
I don't know. I mean, I'd like to say, no, she's not, but I'm also not dumb.
So when you say she's going hard, did she go hard yesterday and party? Do you think there was some...
I don't think she was drinking yesterday on the boat situation, but I think the kids probably got into a little trouble Saturday night. It was a big birthday party at this house of this kid whose parents are like doctors, and it's right on the water, and it was a rager, and the parents eventually had to shut the whole thing down and kick all the kids out because it got too big. Mm-hmm. But I saw some of the videos from the party. It looked like everybody was just throwing down.
I loved me. I still do, by the way. I love the house party. House parties are so much fun.
House
Even
parties
as an
are the
adult.
best. And I've been to this kid's house before where the house party was, and this kid's house is sick.
It would have been so much better to go to high school in South Florida and where I went. We would be if we got lucky, we got a house, but we typically were out in a field somewhere.
Or a barn.
A barn, that kind of stuff is where we had our parties. And now these kids have $1 million homes on the water.
Yeah,
and
that's what it was.
Hanging on boats.
$1 million mansion on the water, multi-million-dollar mansion on the water,
Yeah.
with a boat that's pretty much a yacht.
Yeah, I went to a lot of rich parties growing up in this area because I grew up in northern Palm Beach County. You had Benjamin, you had Cardinal Newman, and these are all schools that these are kids that lived in your neighborhood.
Oxbridge and Benjamin parties are the best.
We almost got to the biggest brawl at a Benjamin party. It almost turned ugly, Virginia. The police came.
Pretty entertaining.
But what I would say to Mags and to anybody, if you're going to go hard on Saturday and Sunday, you better show the hell up for work on Monday or school on Monday. And if you can't, maybe you can't handle going hard.
So this is a party.
This is a party PSA.
This is a party absentee, in your opinion?
Oh, I totally believe this is a party call out from school sick because you couldn't handle it.
And so your lesson to her is like, hey, look, if you're going to play, you got to pay. There's no, I'm just going to go hard. Because wouldn't we all love that?
Well, if
you just party, but then when it comes time to work, be like, I'm not physically fit to be working right now.
If you got to go hard on Saturday, go. Yeah. But then take the day off on Sunday. It's the Lord's Day. Rest.
You told me there was one time I think it was back at Wild when you first got on the show, Kev. You had partied the night before and came into this still so hungover.
Yeah, I'm not hungover. I'm still drunk.
You would throw up during the commercial break and then come back on the air.
All the way until about 8:30 in the morning.
But he was here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. That's old school shit right there.
That's old school mentality. You're a veteran.
Yeah.
These kids coming up, they don't know.
Well, and the thing that I would just say, too, is, I mean, my goodness, like, on Saturday, for me, now, Papa, I cut loose. I had maybe a half bottle of wine, a couple beers. I mean, that's crazy for me.
Look at you.
I was down and out all day yesterday. Like, I just couldn't even move. I'm just like, nothing's going on. I just lay there and binge watch all day long. I'm like, so she's got youth on her side. I mean, what I do now that takes me out for a day is their warm up. That's what they do in the first hour.
Yeah, I've noticed if it goes past that 5th drink, that's when I know I'm probably fucked the next day.
I have to keep dialing it back. Yeah. After Saturday, I'm like, okay, you cannot. I don't even know if I can get past 3 anymore.
And it's not even that I'm
terrible.
hungover. I don't get nauseous or sick.
No.
I'm just so lethargic and tired.
That's me too. You're right. It's odd. I don't have the headaches. I don't feel nauseous. I am
You're just dragging ass.
Just dragging ass.
No
to the point
energy.
It feels like someone drugged you, and then you have to go do things.
You can't do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can't do a thing. You think going to the bathroom, there's like just getting up to do that chore. You're like, I don't know, maybe I'll just pee the bed.
You're annoyed that you getting ice and going to the bathroom. You're like, oh, fuck, man. I got a whole day. I got to go attack now.
Yeah. It's just terrible. What the heck is going on, man? What the heck?
But it's usually, I would say, 5 pretty hearty drinks. After that 5th drink, I'm like, all right, you might be fucked.
Yeah.
If I keep it around there, I'm okay.
Yeah. Like I said, I think I'm at 3.
It's the wine. It's the wine that gets you.
Maybe.
If you were able, I know you're not doing a lot of beer, but if you were able to just do beer, I think you would find yourself in a lot better position.
You're very much right, because I'm either drinking beer or I'm drinking whiskey, and I'm more of a whiskey drinker. And I haven't been drinking at all. When I would drink the whiskey, because you could drink a lot of it and you start getting used to it. You're building
Whiskey will get you all twisted.
It'll get you twisted.
You wake up with some girl, you're like, who the fuck is this?
You just get fucking twisted.
Stick to beer, you'll be in the clear.
Okay,
Unless
there you
you're
go.
drinking some of this IPA 9.9. That ain't beer.
I drank 4 or 5 IPAs last night. I'm fine.
Yeah, I'm sure you are fucking just perfect.
Look at me.
It is crazy.
I'm here.
It's crazy how your body changes. Got several emails. We were talking earlier on the regular show today just about people were calling out how much their rent's gone up. That has been a theme here over the last couple of months.
It's a heartbreaking theme.
It is. Some of the stories are just really sad, and that people that have grown up here and spent their life here are just now all of a sudden seeing a possible future where they just can't stay in South Florida because it is and it's not even just it's a level of wealth. Somebody texted in and said, yeah, to just be able to afford a home now in Palm Beach County, you have to be making a minimum of $53,000 a year to even be able to afford a place. Anybody who's less than that, forget about it. This is not going to be your home anymore.
It really does bother me that, because I'm hearing so many people saying, well, you know what? I even sold my house and I've had to take the profits and use them all up on renting. That's what a lot of people.
That is so
Yeah,
sad.
I saw 5 comments about that today.
Somebody had said, when I'm done with all my bills, I have $8 left for food.
Crap.
Yeah. Oh, it's crazy.
Take that shit to McDonald's.
Well, and
Take it to the dollar store or get ramen.
I had this conversation a good bit. In my family, we see the wealthy side. My mother-in-law, she works at a club on Palm Beach and has for years. But, that's ultimately her question too, because she's not the only employee there. They have lots of employees. And, when we talk about this kind of stuff, she's like, I don't know. What do they think's going to happen when nobody who works here can afford to live here, and you can't pay for the gas to drive from a county or 2 away
because it's not worth it
to come and wait on these rich people? One day they're going to have an awakening where it's like, hey, where's my pool boy? Where's the person who's going to make my delicious cocktail? Where's the person who's going to fold my towels? Well, they're all gone because you ran them out. They can't afford any place to stay.
Speaking of folding towels, I want the witch in a towel fold off tomorrow.
Okay.
I really do.
Bring
I
it.
see that.
Hamburger hands, you're going down.
It's the only
Yeah.
thing I feel I can fold without really fucking up.
Okay.
Every shirt's different. I do this meatball tactic where I fold it, but then it turns into a fucking meatball.
Really?
I will bet you anything that
Yeah.
I beat you in a towel fold off.
Anything.
Anything.
Yeah, I think I'm kind of well. And then the question is, what do you consider a well-folded towel? 'Cause
And
you
that'll
can-
be up to Kevin.
Yeah.
Because Kevin, you'll have to be the impartial judge. We won't tell you whose pile is whose, but you have a good eye for proper placement.
You know,
Yeah.
you could do it where it's you, Denny's, and Suits. They don't know.
There's
who-
2 towels, and I can just say, yeah, I prefer how this towel's folded over this one.
I'd like a panel though,
I'd like multiple towels.
and I want multiple judges.
Okay.
I'm fucking taking your ass down.
Bring it, bitch.
Upset of the year. The bird out towels the witch.
I don't fear you.
Oh yeah.
I don't fear you. And them big meat hooks.
Oh, I'm a towel.
Bring it on, sausage fingers.
Meat Hook's Pennington gonna fuck up some shit tomorrow. I'll get that towel respect.
I don't
whatever.
argue that. I think you're going to fuck
You
some
are going
shit
to
up.
fuck some shit up tomorrow.
I'm so excited for this competition.
You're going
now.
to meatball the towel.
Oh yeah, you're going down, Sinicki.
Oh, the longer and the more towels we have, the better I'll do.
Oh, they used to call me the toweling fuck back in the day.
Because you fucked towels? Just like you fucked your sofa?
They did call me so.
Towel fucker
They
Pennington.
call you sofa fucker.
Some of the emails that we'd received today talking about the home value stuff. Tyler had said, yeah, I bought my house 2 years ago in Port St. Lucie. Now valued $150K more than what I bought it for. This is crazy. Yeah, all right. And we're talking, too, about stealing kids' credit, why you would do that. And Alyssa had said, when I was 18, I got my first credit card. And then again, when I was 25, buying my first townhouse, we found $25,000 of unpaid credit cards on my credit report. Turns out my dad's ex-wife, my stepmom, when I was 15 or 16, had put my name in 3 different cards as a co-signer. Thankfully, we were able to get it off of my credit because I had never used the cards, but I don't think anything ever happened to her for doing that.
Wow.
Which that's crazy. That's fraud.
You
right?
should bring that to the district attorney and you should have her prosecuted. I don't understand how you can
Right. How would you get away with that?
steal a child's credit as an adult that lives in the home, a trusted stepmother, and then get away with it without doing any jail time or no punishment. Like,
yeah, it's
what?
unreal. It's unreal. Jody had said, yeah, my dad, in a positive thing, my dad had used my identity to open up and a line of credit for the family, and then he would pay it off religiously, so I would have amazing credit when I turned 18. That's doing it right. I guess your
Yeah,
parents are going
that's
to do that. Yeah.
that's your dad doing you a solid.
Yeah.
It seems like we hear more stories about the other way.
Right. Yeah, the stepmom that runs up $25,000. Something I had not heard of. Got an anonymous email here talking about a thing that is these traveling nurses.
My sister did this, remember?
Yeah. They said, yeah. So I had asked, was there really a problem getting into emergency rooms? And they had said, yeah, it's not necessarily because like COVID. They said it was nursing shortages. And I went to an IV vitamin place. It's run by actual nurses. And she was a nurse at a hospital, and she said 80% of the nurses quit. Wasn't because of the vax mandates or anything. It's because they were making 4 times what she is making. These travel nurses traveling the country, they Instagram their journeys. She said she has 20 years experience as a nurse, has a house and a family, makes about $40 an hour, and the millennial nurses are getting $175, and their housing's covered while they travel.
Yeah, it's true. My sister came and told us the story.
Sister.
She got hired by the state of California during the height of COVID.
Yeah.
And it was supposed to be 2 weeks of working in the trenches in California where they had a nursing shortage and they needed her like in the emergency room or the ICU. And she was just thinking it was going to be the toughest nursing of her career, but she was going to make like $20,000 for 2 weeks worth of work with all of her expenses paid. So she's like, yeah, and she did it. She went out there. They never even called her into work one day, and she got paid the $20,000.
She got them fat stacks, dog.
Wow.
She got all the money, and she didn't have to work one single day. And so she bought a boat with it and named the boat Gavin Newstead's Mistake.
I love nice nurses. There's something. Not all nurses are nice, but the ones that are really nice, I love them. They can make or break a doctor's visit. Honestly, people are all fucking nervous when they go to get medical shit done. You got someone being all, you're kind of put off. Someone's got a nice, nurturing kind of a personality. I think it goes a long way in the medical community. But what the fuck do I know?
Okay.
No?
Are you just over there sitting having little fantasies about nurses touching you nice? No. I think you
Town
are.
fucker Pennington.
I said my sister's a nurse, and his mind just went.
Yeah.
I did not.
He's imagining himself on the table getting a sponge bath from my sister.
Oh,
Yeah.
and that's so wrong.
Well, what they're saying here, I didn't realize this. There's apparently a brewing war because think about how many other nurses who have kids and families can go travel all across the country.
They can't.
And a lot of these nurses then are doing TikTok videos, and so they're making money as influencers. Then they're getting paid $175 an hour, where other nurses are making $40. Apparently, there's a bill in Congress now to cap the pay of travel nurses because it's turning into a war, as you can imagine. Because at a certain age, if you're 30 or 35 and you start to do the family thing, you can no longer be a traveling nurse unless you just want to never see your kids. I know some people would like to do that. But the millennial nurses are now threatening to quit if that happens. Saying, well, we're just not going to be nurses. What are you going to do now? So apparently this is kind of a brewing war in the nursing world.
Crazy.
Traveler versus the resident nurses and what's going on. So they, I guess, want to be able to cap that to make it less appealing and say you need to get paid.
You can't pay
Yeah.
a nurse $20,000 to come for 2 weeks. All expenses paid, too. They paid for
Right.
my sister's hotel. They
Yeah.
paid for every meal.
Yeah.
They gave her a stipend to spend each day. She bought a effing boat and never worked a single hour.
It
Wow.
wasn't called. I wasn't being carnal when I said I like nice nurses. That wasn't a carnal comment. Dude.
We see you. Stop bringing it up, because now you're making yourself look more guilty.
Yeah. It's all right, man. A lot of people have nurse fantasies.
A lot of guys
Especially
want
a young, hot traveling nurse that's going to be
Yes.
leaving town.
childless and free.
Yeah. I mean, right. Yeah, what do you want? The older resident nurse or the traveling young hot nurse?
Making TikToks, dancing around in her little outfit.
Yeah, it just increases the fantasy. But, to that point, this is, part of the conversation is just in America, you've got people that are getting haywire, crazy amounts of money for doing certain things. And then people that are really the fabric of society that is here in a community, building up a community, aren't getting paid enough to live in the community. And that's where they're just saying, what the heckers, the world's gone crazy. We got to get this under control because it may be cute for a while, but if it goes long term, it's going to devastate and decimate society. Where, what are you going to do?
COVID, bruh.
Yeah.
Nice nurses, bruh.
Made a crazy world crazier.
We're not gonna. He's gone for the rest of the show. You
No, I
realize
know
that?
Yeah, he's in nurse world.
You're not getting him back.
Nurse
Yeah.
world sounds fun.
Oh,
Nurse world
he's
over here.
he's in patient land.
Young, hot, traveling nurse.
Do they have that on your virtual reality games where you can lay there and pretend like you're getting a sponge bath from a hot nurse?
I'm sure it's out there. I haven't. I gotta get that thing. I want to get it because I
You
was.
told me Denny's got it.
Well, Denny's has one, but Denny's has an older one. I think he got his with his video game system. The one I'm talking about, they make it just for you going into that virtual world, and I'm sure they've got if they've got a ram running up and trying to lick your leg. I'm sure they got.
A nurse running up trying to lick your leg.
Oh, yeah.
Don't know.
You could have like a whole scenario where you just had like a vasectomy and she's got to come in and clean the area.
I don't know if I like no.
Yeah, no, that's
vasectomy.
you just started that off so unsexy.
Way to ruin my fucking
A vasectomy.
jerk off time.
Yeah, that's exactly what you're thinking.
I want to be in pain and have scars on my
Yeah,
dick.
I
Kev.
just got a vasectomy. What?
Well, what other operation would she have to focus on your dick?
Let's say, you know what? I sprained my ankle, and oh boy, it's real bad.
I sprained my dickle.
No, I don't want any pain in my dick, dog.
But how's she going to focus on your dick if your ankle's
hurting
hurt?
our dicks, Virginia?
Well, maybe she just got to check out the...
Sometimes you just need a sponge bath. You've been there for a while, and you just,
Oh, sorry for trying to get her to focus on your dick.
Well,
she would in a sponge bath, but my dick's not damaged.
You keep on ruining our dick.
You keep damaging our dicks and then think we're going to be horny.
Yeah, I'll break your dicks, all of you.
I like Kevin's scenario. I got a bad back problem. I'm in the hospital. Bird, we got to get you a little sponge bath.
I think it's best if, let's say that you had a torn MCL in your knee.
There we go.
Yeah.
Now this is working. Keep going.
Right. You can't really move around or get in to stand in the shower, so they've got to come and bathe you in bed. Your dickle's working fine.
Okay.
It's all good.
And who walks into the room?
The hot traveling nurse. She's like, I just got into town.
Where are you from, Nurse Mystery?
I'm from the South.
Oh, shit.
That's why I bring this accent with me.
Oh, my gosh.
She sounds like Alabama.
Oh, are you from Alabama?
Yes, I am.
Oh.
Roll Tide.
Bird.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
Roll that tide on in here, honey.
I understand you need a sponge bath.
I do.
Good heavens.
My balls are real dry.
Such a dirty dick. I mean, the filthiest penis you've ever seen.
That is so dirty. Oh.
Virginia, shut the fuck up. Stop talking. You're ruining this. Kevin's bringing the heat.
I know I'm having to deal with what Virginia's throwing at me.
There's no way Kevin has not given himself a boner.
You think his own voice gave him a
I've
boner?
turned myself on.
There's at least 50% of these chat room fuckers that have a boner.
Okay. We got percentages. Can we put up a web poll, Suits?
Please.
Oh, metal beard dick is half hard.
Yeah.
Can we find out right now how many people in our chat room, men, how many of you have a boner right now?
Oh, I know RJ Dunn in that chat room's got that bone piece.
Yeah.
RJ done bust through his pants.
Yep.
RJ Dunn bust a nut.
I do declare.
Oh, Kevin. You're working him into a frenzy.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I do declare during sex.
It's going off, huh? Okay. That's what we got here. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe after having a conversation, I think I'm all into traveling nurses now.
I think
Pay them more.
I think Denny's needs to title this podcast the hottest KVJ podcast of all time.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's going to cripple the medical industry, but who cares? Okay, yeah, right.
Suits, put it up. Men, do you have a boner right now?
88%. 88% are yes. 88, yeah.
Wow, Kevin,
Yeah.
keep that voice going.
Oh, dude. Oh, my. 88% of you.
We need to do more of these kind of polls.
It
and
is a
role
poll.
playing.
That is a poll. Good heavens.
I have to say it? How many people in the chat room's wet?
So sexy.
Oh, man.
So sexy. Yeah. Boy, how about this for something problematic? Somebody said, has anybody been caught in this scam or accidental text? This almost got me into an argument with my wife 6 days before my 15-year anniversary. It was a text message saying, "Hi, I was fantasizing about you earlier this morning, and I thought we could catch up. I'll give you a picture. I've changed so much since the last time I saw you."
Oh, Kevin.
And it's a young, attractive girl.
Is she a traveling nurse?
I'm a traveling nurse, and I love to give sponge baths.
Okay, am I the only one that fucking loves what Ralston's doing? Come on, this is good shit.
We know you have a boner. Bone Piece Pennington.
Yeah. But, yeah, I mean, that, wow. How terrible is that he would get this? And then I don't know if he showed his wife or she saw who is that picture pop up, but yeah, that's crazy.
Is there a picture of her?
Yeah, I don't know if I can show it or should. I mean, maybe it's an accidental text. They could have stolen somebody else's identity. I don't know.
Are you able to at least just show me and Virginia?
I could, yeah. I'll show you guys.
Okay.
I mean, it's all right. You know what?
Yeah.
The thing
She's
is,
not a supermodel.
but here's the thing that's tough about that. She's cute enough.
And a regular girl, and she's young.
Yes, exactly. So, if she's outrageously gorgeous, you're like, okay, that clearly is a stolen photo. This is something that could be
Believable.
more believable.
She's a traveling nurse.
That's why that is a problem. Because, if she's a traveling nurse, the fantasy works. It's not unrealistic.
It does. No, the whole fucking podcast is working for me.
Never heard this. Keither said Bird is harder than DMX in 1995. He was very hard that year, yeah.
If you're that hard, I'm out like two titties on Bourbon Street.
No, I swear.
I can't do a show with you if you got a full-on dick.
I promise, I'm quite flaccid right now. I swear. It's hard to get a bone piece in.
Prove it.
Up in here.
Show Kevin.
No, I rarely get boners on the air. It's not a thing that.
Can you think of the last one you got on the air and why?
I mean, sometimes you just get boners. You don't know why. You're not even thinking about sex. You get boners. They happen so often, but I'm not up in here.
We were talking about Rocco's concert.
You sick fuck.
Oh my God. That is out of line.
He was so front row.
No, I promise. I get the appropriate boners at the appropriate time.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
Moving forward, if you ever catch a boner on the air
I
again, will you indicate?
Yeah, but we should have
Raise
a
your
code.
hand.
What's the universal signal for I've got a bone piece?
I'll just go like this. All of a sudden, I'll go. Boing.
Okay. Linnea from Lake Worth Beach said, I just discovered you guys about a year ago. I love listening to past After the Show podcast while I'm cleaning my house. I just listened to your March 26, 2021 show, and I'm wondering if you all ever recreated the jerk-off scene from Fast Times It Ridged My Eye. OMG, I was laughing so hard. That actually was the movie that Suits reviewed today. He was talking about that.
And we were talking about that scene today. It's odd you were listening to that podcast.
Yeah.
That is weird.
Yeah. Well, so I guess we were talking about what we would redo that. Were we talking about somebody else coming out of the water?
No, dog.
Suits is on the toilet in his pirate costume from his fast food restaurant, and Bird comes out of the water in a red bikini.
This had to have been a drinking podcast.
That'd actually be a really funny recreation, though.
We do have a clay those clay thingies you saw in Ghost, because Denny's wife Jen, she makes pottery.
Pottery
I would
wheel.
love to. Yeah, the pottery. I'd love to
We
redo
could do that
the
one
Ghost.
too. These would be great.
Yeah, the pottery one would be fucking fun.
Yeah, maybe we'll have to do some funny scene recreations. That could definitely work out. Here's a recommendation for Suits on another movie to watch. Ann said, I recommend that he check out History of the World Part 1, Spaceballs or Blazing Saddles. I'm a huge Mel Brooks fan.
Out of all of those, I would tell Suits to watch Spaceballs.
Probably the biggest one he had
I
out of
think
those.
Some of the Mel Brooks stuff from the 70s, I don't know if it's going to jive with Suits.
Blazing Saddles, I remember he had a lot of risky racial comedy even then.
Oh, he
You
did.
were like, oh my goodness, I don't, it's been a while since I've seen that, but yeah, I'm wondering what that would be like now today.
He's got one movie, something with Hitler in there. Is that the movie? Yeah, I know.
That might be History of the World Part 1. I've not seen that movie. That would be my guess. So
Yeah, you were allowed to do some shit back then.
Mm-hmm.
You were allowed to.
yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, we talk about where we are today, that kind of stuff compared. Several people emailed in this story that was on the Martin County Sheriff's Office Facebook page. Wish I was seeing this. Would have been a perfect one for the Whacked Out News. I assume this is a legit story and hasn't been doctored up. But it says the headline is, no title could explain this case, but the details will. It says train versus vehicle versus house. Is this, maybe I did do this in the Whacked Out News last week. 38-year-old Bradford Weitzel of Port St. Lucie told Martin County Sheriff's detectives that he couldn't find his car after leaving a Martin County bar early this morning. So he stole one in a good faith effort to locate his own.
Good faith. Dude, you just stole a car. How can you put good faith in front of that?
But bro, I had good intentions with it.
I was going to bring it back.
He said he somehow ended up on the train tracks along Indian River Drive, That's when Weitzel claims the vehicle he stole suddenly stopped dead on the tracks as a train was coming. So he said he got out and ran, leaving the car on the tracks. Within seconds, the train hit the car, catapulting it into a nearby home where the homeowners were sound asleep.
Damn.
Fortunately, they were not physically injured, although the explosive sound of a driverless car smashing into the side of their home was clearly jolting. Meanwhile, Weitzel continued onto a nearby fruit stand where he vandalized the business. Then he tried to steal a forklift. In the end, Weitzel said he thought it was best to just flag down the responding deputies to let them know he was still looking for his car. Bradford Weitzel was arrested and charged with grand theft and criminal mischief. Additional charges are expected. We told you a title was not possible, and they got a photo of the car and the man. They're on the Martin County Sheriff's Office.
Damn,
Facebook
Bradford,
page.
what the hell? What were you on, brother?
So what happens when you smash a car and drive through someone's house? Who pays for that?
I think he's going to have to pay for it, or their homeowner's insurance if he doesn't have money.
I mean, they shouldn't have to pay anything out of their own pocket, right?
They should not. It's not their fault. And what about the damage to the train and that other car? And
I'm sure it's going to be real quick to get your house redone.
Oh,
I mean, that's
yeah.
going to take fucking months.
6 months. And in the meantime, if it rains, you're effed.
Animals, critters.
So many raccoons.
That's horse shit, dog.
Yeah.
I wonder, he had to be on something.
I'm thinking
drunk, I think,
yeah,
is at least.
drunk pills, probably.
Yeah.
Okay.
Meth, maybe.
Probably drunk with an assist.
Drunk with an assist sounds
Yeah.
right.
Susan from Boca sent an email. He said, hey, you guys bag on Boca a lot, so I wanted to tell you a story that happened last night. I was at a great restaurant called The Farmhouse with two of my girlfriends. It's a great place, by the way. There was an older couple sitting next to us. Suddenly, they both get up looking for something, so we asked them what was going on. She says that he lost his cell phone, so my girlfriend gets on the ground. We're all trying to find the phone, but we can't. P.S. The couple wasn't drunk. We could see they were just drinking coffee. The older woman continues to talk to us, going on and on about her life, telling us these random stories that were actually pretty funny. Typically, we wouldn't engage with an older person like that for so long, but she was so full of energy. Next thing you know, she walks off. About 5 minutes later, she comes back and gives us a gift card for the restaurant. She continues to tell us more of her wild antics as a younger girl and gives us advice on men in life. It's amazing if you just give someone a minute and let them talk what might happen. Oh, and by the way, they found his cell phone. It was in her purse the whole time. That's nice. Well,
It's amazing. Good for you.
Yes. Got to work in the good Boca stories as well.
When you see the elderly struggling and they're looking for the phone on the floor, you absolutely swoop in and get them off the floor, and you do the floor hunting.
I always wondered that because the other day I was, because you never want to be insulting, because I know sometimes you try to help somebody and like, oh, I can do it. What are you doing? There was this old woman, and she was old, and she was driving. She gets out of her car, and she's trying to get a shopping cart, but she's not. She's struggling with it, and I was so far away. If I start walking over towards her, I thought I was going to scare her. I was thinking, do I get involved? Do I help her? Is she going to be annoyed by that? When do people want you to get involved? You know what I mean?
I wouldn't walk from across the parking lot to help her. Because, yeah, it's just at that point, why are you getting involved? But if you're right next to her and you can help her easily and it takes you maybe 10, 20 seconds, you should definitely do it.
But have you ever tried to help somebody and they get kind of snappy with you? I can do it. All
Yeah.
that takes is.
And then you just have to shake your head and walk away and go, you know what, I tried.
Fuck you, man. I tried to help.
Remember that time I was on my roof and those old people were golfing on the golf course behind my house, and this old bitch drove her golf cart into the water hazard. And
That's
so
amazing.
her golf cart is in the fucking hazard, halfway in, halfway out. She is hanging halfway in, halfway out of the water. And me and Panda on the roof fixing some tiles, and we look at each other and go, shit, we got to go over there and help these old fucks. So we get off the roof, we run over to where they are. It takes us about 3 minutes, but we're pretty quick. So we get over there. And the dude who's her husband, who was driving the cart, who got out of the cart just fine and let his woman still be in the water, which that's pretty messed up. The dude, he goes to yell at me and Panda and tells us there's no jogging allowed on the golf course.
What?
Yeah.
He's fucking getting on you
Yeah,
guys?
he starts
Wow.
yelling at me and
Yeah.
Panda, thinking we are joggers jogging on the golf course, and starts to give us shit for running on the golf course.
This son of a biscuit just crashes the car in a
Yeah.
lake, and he's bitching at you about jogging.
Yeah. I'm like, dude, we were on our roof fixing shit. We came down
Right.
to come help you because
Right.
you and this dumb broad are halfway in the lake.
Yeah.
What? Fuck those old fucks.
Oh, I gave him a piece of my mind and then we
Oh,
left.
boy.
And I said, you know what? Fuck you then. I hope you're not able to get your bitch out the water.
Did you say that? You bitch out the water.
Something to that effect.
You're paraphrasing. We didn't have the
I gave him an earful and then I think I went over and helped her because she was still laid
Yeah.
out.
Oh, wow.
It was scary.
Can you imagine
I mean,
that though? You crash a car and then you're bitching at people for jogging.
yeah, you can't jog on the golf course. What do you two think you're doing?
That's an amazing story.
We're running over to help you,
Right.
you old ass bag. But this is just the attitude of all these golfers that golf behind my house. They're all ass bags.
Old golfers might be. They are some of the biggest dicks on the planet. Old golfers.
I don't get it. I mean, when you get to that point in your life, you think you'd find peace and you'd want tranquility and you'd be like, oh,
Right.
evolved as a human, as a being.
I love your nurturing comment of, I gotta help these old fucks.
I mean, it's hard to get on my roof and it's scary. And
Yeah.
so once I'm up there, I want to finish whatever I have to do.
It's an effort.
But I had to get down to go save these people. I
Yeah.
thought I should have just stayed on the fucking roof.
And you get scolded for your effort.
Yeah, scolded for trying to help them. No jogging on the golf course.
I am so happy that's exactly how that story played out.
Ask Panda. He was there.
There you go. All righty. Well, thank you for locking in here on a Monday. We have an alcohol sponsor. If you want some great vodka,
We do. So Atoll vodka is delicious. It's a vodka with a crisp citrus finish. You're going to love it. It goes so good in Bloody Marys, on the rocks, in lemonade, in your squeeze.com juice. Atoll vodka. Pick it up at mashandgrape.com.
Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.